you've been a leader both inside and outside of the cockpit, and stepped up and been in that leadership role quite a bit. And I just wanted to know what you think the good traits are in a leader, and as you've moved along in those roles and gained experience, any things that you have learned that you could pass on to new leaders getting into those roles.
Yeah, so the bottom line is you need to put subordinates first. You know, in the Marine Corps, we say leaders eat last, right? And so your focus needs to be on them. Your focus needs to be on their career development. Your focus needs to be on getting them the support that they need. Not completely ignoring your career development, obviously, at the same time. But if you're a leader, that's your job, is developing them. The second part is I would say, if you fish for somebody, you'll feed them for a day. If you teach someone to fish, you'll feed them for a lifetime, right? And so part of being a leader is to cultivate that leadership and those aspects in other people. When someone can make decisions on their own and someone is handling a situation without having to elevate it to you, that's when you know that they're kind of on their own and they're running, and seeing them develop like that and not need your constant feedback and not need your constant approval, and you see them developing and growing, and you know that you're doing your job as a leader. And so I would say, like, in general, I kind of have three things that I say for like successful people. This goes for leaders, this goes for individual contributors. And there's three things that make a successful person in my mind: motivation, minutia, and mistakes. Motivation, being motivated by something greater than yourself, right? Whether that's serving your country, keeping other people safe, giving back to your community, you're developing technology that will help somebody with a disability live a better life, whatever it is, having a motivation that's bigger than yourself makes you a happier person and ultimately a more successful person. Minutia, attention to detail, right? Making sure that you notice those small things, because if you can focus on the small things, you've got these big things on lock, right? They'll come along with time. You'll project responsibility, you'll project capability, you'll project well-roundedness, all of these things. So minutia is really key. And then mistakes. Sorry, that's my daughter. Mistakes is really comes hand in hand with being a pilot, and that's debriefing, right? You go back over your mistakes. What can you do better? And it's not just your mistakes, it's your peers' mistakes. Learn from them and their shortcomings, but learn from their successes as well. You need to internalize that. You need to do some introspection, because as you learn the things that you have a shortfall on, that's the only way that you're going to overcome them and become a better person. So that goes for leadership as well. So those are my 3 M's.
I love that. I have more questions, but you know what? Your family's back, and I've made you run for a really long time.